but instead we start things 2 minutes early. That's right.
That's just how professional we are.
Mm-hmm. Nobody can stop us. You know, now that my eyes are better, I could change the background back to the Pokemon one.
Yeah.
But like,
Good.
I like it.
You like this one though?
I like the fucking
background.
spacey thing. It pretty cool, you know?
It is pretty cool.
It pretty cool.
It pretty cool.
It pretty neat.
It neat.
Like, we could
how the
probably,
closer
like,
you
put,
get to
like-
the image wrap, the more the lines bend. Like if you're looking at Emerald's side of the table, they're all pretty straight. But then if you look over at my side of the table, they're all bending in.
It's like,
a magnetic field.
I think we might be able to, like, make things brighter again, like the little boxes, maybe, if we wanted to.
You saying April's not gonna be goth anymore?
Not as goth.
Goth light.
Gothish.
I mean, what's happened to this game room is basically what happened to every single program I have on my computer as soon as dark modes were introduced to them.
Oh yeah.
Well, this is fucking staying like this forever. Like, it's just so much easier on the eyes once you have them. You don't realize how bright some things are, but like when you turn Twitter or Discord from light mode to dark mode, you're like, oh, that's much nicer. You can see.
That's
I
a
didn't
much
even
that's a
realize
much
there-
better
I
thing.
I didn't even realize there was a light mode to Discord until like recently. It just was default on dark mode, and I just thought that's how it was.
Really? It's for most people it defaults to light, and then you have to switch it to dark.
I think it was default. I mean,
Mine
If it
was
was
too
light,
default
I forgot
to
about
dark.
Hell yeah.
Either way,
Maybe they just know it's better, so they're like, yeah, bro.
either way. Hey guys, what's going on? It's me, Summoner Blue. We're here today. Not playing Pokemon.
what?
We're not playing
Wow.
Pokemon.
But it's
why are we
Monday.
here?
It's not Monday. That's wrong. You are very much mistaken.
It's a Monday.
That was a wrong statement you just made.
Scotch. Tape. Because I'm so damn clear.
But no, it is very much a recap game. Last Monday,
Yep.
those of you who might have been here, you guys know what happened. It was pretty good. It's a pretty good Monday. Pretty good. The Pokemons. We did the
This is a good session.
We did the Pokemons.
It was huge.
However, when we did the
Maryland
Pokemons,
was
there was a hiccup or something on Twitch's end. They still haven't got back to respond to me about that. But the little hiccup that happened, unfortunately, deleted the entirety of the 3 and something hour Pokemon session. Only
There
the last
was
like
17
17 minutes. Yeah, only the last like 17 minutes was there. What I think
After all the
happened,
big shit happened.
what I think happened is that no, don't worry about Slice. What I think happened is that it tried to split the session whenever the hiccup happened and then just deleted the other one. I don't know. Like, it seems to be lost. I can go to Streamlabs and I can see the session there. It's like, I know it exists. I know I streamed it. But again, Twitch or Streamlabs or nobody has been able to get back to me about things. So, unfortunately, before tomorrow, I wanted to make sure we got a recap session up of everything that happened during that session. And we might need your guys' help. We might need to remember some things, or you know, things of that nature. I think we basically have everything.
Did you know the Phantom Thieves?
Ali Mally
Yeah.
subscribed at tier 1 for the 4th month. Fourth
Hell
month in a
yeah.
row. Thank you very much. But yes. Oh, speaking of which, another thing that people might notice is if you go onto the emotes, you might notice there's some new emotes.
No emotes.
You might notice there's some new emotes on the emote section there. we have replaced one of the tier 1 emotes. However, we also replaced one of the tier 3 emotes. And then we added 2 other emotes. Right now, 2 of them are still pending, but there is a new tier 1 emote that can be used right now, which is, I believe it's the blue what? I believe it's this one.
What?
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 Yeah.
I be-
Okay.
Anyways, sorry, 2005 just showed up for a couple seconds. That was weird.
This emote and the one that's going to be coming out, which is the blue cry emote, has replaced the blue shame emote. We added both of those in. I'm pretty sure that both of these could also be used for blue shame, so that's why I chose these two. There is finally a tier 2 emote, which again, the only person who would ever use these is Crimson Wolf. But I wanted to make sure he still got them. So there is a new tier 1 emote, which is the blue excite, which is this one. And the other 2 are pending. The replacement for the tier 3 one is pending, and the other tier 1 is pending. But they'll both be there probably within the next couple of hours or whatever. They might be there for tonight's Warhammer game, or they might be there for tomorrow's Pokemon game. Who's to say? But yeah, it's pretty good. I finally have all my tier slots filled out. It's been a while since I've wanted to do that, so that's pretty cool. It took me a while to figure out which ones I wanted to replace of the first tier ones, because I could have got rid of Ashley, and then I'm like, why is that even a thought?
Why would you ever do that?
That's dumb.
That's a dumb thought right there. That's a dumb one. It's like I could get rid of Buddy, but it's like I just got that one. Could get rid of Blue Gimme, but I just got that one, so it had to be Blue Shame. With all that being said, though, everybody, my guys, we're still missing in April, but that's fine. We may have April for tomorrow's game, which is pretty good.
Yay!
We
She
may
wasn't
have
here
April for
for
tomorrow's game,
last
but she wasn't there for this game anyway, so why would we even need her opinion of what happened?
I feel like she
Please,
would
we
need to
need you,
recap.
April. Please, for the love of God.
I feel like she'd have a pretty good recap, what do you mean?
The best.
But we do have the 3 people who were here before. My guys, does anyone remember how long it's been since we put this freaking comment here and nobody said anything about it? Because
A
I'm
long
just
ass
saying, I'm still waiting on an apology.
At
this point-
least 3 weeks, according to my powers of deduction.
Listen, that was 3 weeks ago whenever I took this fucking screenshot.
At the bare minimum, 3 weeks.
Now, Blue, I think it's about time to just let this go.
No! I was
Come on,
right!
now. You're not gonna get the response you're looking for.
I was correct!
Everybody knows that you're correct. We all know this to be true. But it's not gonna happen, Blue.
I was correct.
We know.
It
We know,
was
baby
me.
boy. We know.
I am the one who wins.
Yes, you're the video game boy. We know.
I don't know about that.
He's the one who wins.
I
Eric.
am the one who wins.
Video Game Boy is is a very exclusive title.
Yeah, it's Blue.
Okay, Emerald. Okay. I appreciate it. I appreciate it, Emerald. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Other than that, who here remembers how the game started?
The heckin' Varric and Evelyn were
So,
going to the boat, right?
sounds
Isn't that
like-
how it started?
Sounds like Eric remembers how the game started.
Oh well, I mean, I just said. But
Eric. In the beginning of the game, everybody had made their way from the beach or the boat, heading off toward the port where Nelson was having his boat. So you guys could all have your Linner, your your Lupper, your whatever we ended up calling it in the end of that.
What a weird fucking name. Yeah.
On your way there, upon going through the city, you guys were interrupted by something, were you not? And by interrupted by something, I mean 2 of you used your fate cards.
Yeah, we
Oh,
used our
yes.
fate
We
card.
interrupted ourselves.
Yeah.
Actually, no, we didn't even do that. We got to the boat, we talked to fucking Mr. Waggles and Honcho, and then as we were waiting, we used our cards.
No. It was on the way
No.
there.
Receive something,
it was on the way
but-
there because
Was it on
remember,
the way there?
Mhm.
Yes, because we had to make a perception roll, which we both failed,
Right. It was as we were getting there. Yeah.
Mhm.
and that was totally nothing important that we missed there. You see.
So, it honestly was like, it wasn't. You guys would have noticed something that you guys noticed later, so it's fine.
Okay.
I'll go into that in a bit. But you guys had used both your fate cards. Both Emerald and Eric had both used a fate card. Emerald had gotten the let me go over to it so I can actually give the full actual name of things. It was the Pokedex. I think it was the Vizier. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's called the Vizier. I
Yeah.
remember you saying that word.
It's probably the Vizier then. But yeah, Emerald ended up getting the Vizier. At which point he ended up getting Professor Damson, making his way over to them so that he could give them a Pokedex and also be all like, "Hey, I heard you guys aren't coming back to the boat, and maybe you should see Mesprit before you leave." And then Sherry's all like, "What's my present?" And he's like, "Oh fuck."
Yeah, boy, you better get something good for our daughter. Come on,
As
now, boy.
Professor Damson made his way over to the group, he had given the Pokedex over to Varric, and Sherry was like, "Hey, you gave Varric a thing. Where's Maya thing?" And he's like, "Ah!" Because he didn't have anything. You see, it was not a thing that he did. So instead, he's like, "It's a surprise, and you'll get it. I just come back by the boat later." Then he ran away.
True.
And yeah, Sherry nat won the bullshit roll there, and she's like, "Oh, that's gonna be so cool." And he's like, "Meh." She has no idea that he was lying through his teeth.
Oh,
But
yeah,
he's
you
an
better make
honest
good on
man.
that.
What was that, Eric?
He's an honest man. How dare you accuse him of such things?
Apparently, Eric also nat won.
Yep.
But that was Emerald's fate card, and Eric also had his fate card, and his fate card was this one. It has a little S on it.
Yep.
So it's just something that couldn't really do anything with at the moment. It will activate as soon as it will probably next game. Like, now, if I think about it, it'll probably happen next game. Who knows? Depends on where you guys
10
decide to
sessions
go
from
and
now.
do things. But as all that is going on, we also had a bit of a thing with the problem at the docks, right? There was some problems with the Murkrow.
Yeah.
The
They
Murkrow
giving
were
them a
doing
hard
a
time.
mean. They were doing a mean and putting trash all over the boat. They got chased off eventually, and you guys noticed that that another boat had came into the harbor a little bit off from it. It seemed to be like a police boat, and there was some policemen going off and on from it. Eventually, Nelson had made his way back to all of you guys, seeing all of you guys with his 2 Pokemon, Mr. Waggles and Hogan. And you guys were talking a little bit. Nelson said he wanted to check out the police boat. You guys said you would stay there and wait on him. Eventually, Keanu also made his way here. And as you guys were all sitting here waiting, several things had happened. One is Keanu had fished up a shelter.
Yeah.
And the shelter is a good little shelter right here. Look at that little shelter.
Duh.
Tiny
look at
ass
that
fucking
tongue.
shelter.
He's a baby.
It's a baby shelter. From
Please.
what Evelyn, get out of here. Where's
Fuck
Evelyn at? There's Evelyn.
There's
There's
the real
admin
one.
Evelyn. There we go. From what Evelyn had deduced from that is that the Pokemon was very young. She couldn't understand it at all. It wasn't because it wasn't Like, it wasn't because she couldn't understand. It's just the Pokemon did not have any communicational skills at all. Later, we
Because
learned
they-
through Chemo that it was because the Pokemon itself was a baby. It was a newborn Pokemon that has not had any interactions with its parental figure, which was apparently a giant Cloyster.
Seems like it.
Nobody knows if the Cloyster was then eaten or captured, but as a giant Pokemon, from what she could tell, it's probably captured. Probably captured.
Snag it on up.
They had decided that they would probably, keep an eye out for that, and they're trying to see if they're gonna want to keep it, to hold on to bring to its papa. Right now, it seems pretty attached to Chemo, but if any of the players wanted to attempt to capture it, it probably would be just as happy with anybody else. If Chemo ends up keeping it, that's going to mean that this is probably going to be her second Pokemon, and
Would
then
not
she'd have to
bite
get rid of it.
anyone.
Hmm?
Would
She'd
not
have to
bite
get rid of
anybody.
Then she have to immediately just get rid of it right after, like, oh my god, what's it called? What's it called? Tungsten. That's a great name.
Yeah, this is now Tungsten.
Tungsten. That's amazing. But
Good job, everyone.
Eventually Chemo just kind of sat down with it. You guys had heard that there was apparently something going on with a Tropius over at the battle tower. You heard that from Nelson when he returned. Nelson also explained that apparently there was something going on in Goldenrod that caused the police boat to be here, here and at the ready to leave at a moment's notice. Apparently the bullet train has been completely stopped, and Goldenrod City is almost impassable right now, as well as apparently something going on in Saffron City, which is why the bullet train itself is turned off. But no one really seems to understand too much about what's going on there. You guys learned that Tropius was doing something over at the battle tower, and when you guys had gotten there, you guys immediately noticed that there were a lot of people just crowding around looking at what was going on, and police officers surrounding a beat-up Tropius. Tropius seemed to have been defeated.
She got knocked the fuck out, man.
Apparently, the person in question who defeated Tropius had tried to catch her, and then barring that having happened, it seemed to have gotten mad and attack and basically beat her completely to a non getting up pulp. To which point they couldn't really do much about it. It was a giant Pokemon. There was no Pokeball that could put it in there, so they had to call the Nurse Joy of this town to come over. Luckily, Nurse Joy and Officer Jenny in this town apparently are living in the same area. They're apparently like sharing an apartment, so that was pretty easy to get in contact.
Yeah, ship it.
You guys had made your way there immediately as soon as their Nurse Joy was ready to start like treating Tropius. Fucking Keanu just returned it.
Yep.
And with all that, you guys had learned that apparently the person who had been here, the one that apparently had beaten up Tropius, had left a calling card behind, had left this ornate C behind. As you guys explained that you've seen something like that before. It was the calling card of the thief that you found in Sinnoh. However, you guys did remember that the thief you found in Sinnoh probably couldn't have defeated Tropius. Like, he had a Ralts.
He's back from the dead.
What was that?
It's his dad who's back from the dead.
His dad, who is back from the dead, the original thief who threw out the C symbol. It kind of does bring the whole him thinking someone has a copycat motive a little bit further into reality. Potentially, he is not lying about that, or he could just be a really strong trainer and beat up Tropius. Who's to say? If that was the case, though, you would think that he probably wouldn't be afraid of April.
Copycat who's way better at things than him.
A copycat that's here and not in Sinnoh,
Mm-hmm.
which is kind of weird.
It's very weird.
I mean, I don't think he said he was going to go to Sinnoh. I mean, go to Kanto.
Who knows, man?
So,
He apparently had a Master Ball, though, so that's pretty interesting.
Motherfucker had a Master Ball, and I'm mad.
Why you mad?
April won that fair and square.
April did win that fair and square. You gotta go beat
She
this
got
guy
a
up now.
Shitty pillow.
Yeah.
And you know, we're a bunch
no
of quirky.
consolation prize at all.
It was a nice pillow.
A nice
my
tiny pillow, not usable for humans at all.
Great if you have a really nice Pokeball. If only she had one of those.
This is where I put my Pokeballs. If I had one.
If I had one.
Yeah, we're just gonna be quirky teenage Pokemon trainers, so we're gonna beat up and literally solve every problem. Especially the one involving the Master Ball, damn it.
Mm-hmm. At this point, you guys had given all the information you possibly could to Officer Jenny and began to leave with Nurse Joy, heading back to the Pokemon Center. Upon getting there, Keanu kept trying to tease Evelyn with a little bit of.
First he fucking started giving way too much information, as Keanu does.
Started, I would already been doing it at that point. I told the Juice everything. I told Nurse Joy everything. We basically concluded that whatever they told you, they stopped Keanu from saying is what he didn't say.
Yeah, he told her everything about the story except for things that had to do with us being involved with
being criminals.
Being criminals.
kind of.
Yes.
Being
Not
a
for
little
lack
bit
of
criminals.
trying. You'd be like, and that's when we went to the team. We went to a boat.
The T-Bow.
The T-boat?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
That
was
thing
that
they
from
did in-
Galar?
Sure.
What? Yeah.
Well, it was a T-boat, so
Anyway.
like it must have been bringing tea from the Galar region, right?
It had too many Pokemon on it to be from Galar.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, Galar is really strict about its laws. You can't have certain Pokemon there at all.
Why would you go there?
Fuck. They've actually banned Pokemon.
I mean, I'd like to visit, but like, can I bring my Vulpix?
Probably, yeah.
You don't
Well,
know.
then I'm fine.
Pretty sure you can bring your full picks.
They don't tell you till you get there.
Oh, well, that seems like a hazardous vacation spot.
See, that's
I'd
what we need to do, guys. We need to just like have an entire like group let's play of the new Pokemon game when it comes out.
You know what? I would love that. That would be amazing.
It's just like, and if Marilyn shows up, it's just like, okay, this is our only Pokemon. This is the only one we can have.
Here's my level 99 Alolan Vulpix. I will use nothing else.
I'm sure Kimo should be fine. She only has Bulbasaur.
But with all of that being said, Keanu was giving off all the information to Nurse Joy, who was very much keeping all that inward. Like, she's like, okay, I need to remember everything they're saying so I can tell Officer Jenny when she comes home tonight. But again, Keanu was also kind of teasing Evelyn every now and then, just kind of calling the little tail phone, the Poketch that Evelyn has, as she tried running
So he
away
can go
out
on
into
and
the
laugh,
sand.
This is so he can go on and laugh at me again.
Yeah. Freaking
funny.
as little Evelyn here, little admin Evelyn ran out into the sand, and as soon as she did, she just got a glimpse of that tail as it's shaking around, and her eyes just go wide and sparkly, and she's like, I need to play with my tail. Evelyn began playing with her tail as much as she possibly could. She jumped at it, she grabbed at it, she batted at it. It was a fucking great time. She had so much good time. And she turned back into a human.
And Dusty was there too.
Get the fuck
He just
out of here,
appeared
Dusty.
out of thin air. Yeet the
That's the
baby.
second time you yeeted the baby.
Yeeted that baby into the ocean.
Pick the baby.
And this is why this was probably a really bad
horrible
session to
session to
lose.
Horrible
Yeah.
section to lose.
as for the first time in like about almost like 10 sessions, maybe more,
Yeah.
Evelyn
This is in, like, at
turned
least half a
back.
month of being a cat.
she turned back into a human. Something
Human
she had
Laurel.
felt. She had felt something deep inside of herself. And she tried to understand what was going on. And the reason the understanding worked was because our good boy Aaron over here decided to use his gen, what was it? Your Gen 3 thing?
Syndrome, yeah.
Yeah, you used your Gen 3 syndrome card, fate card, to make the roll that she was doing an automatic success, which
Joker,
meant
look.
that it was an automatic critical. And yeah, that's all I needed to be like, yeah, you finally freaking did the thing I've been trying to get you to do for a long time, but you've been afraid of it.
I've been shooting myself in the foot this whole goddamn time.
I don't blame you. I really don't. But it is something where every time I've just been like, are you sure?
No, it's hilarious.
Are you
in
sure you want to
hindsight.
do that? Highest GN, thank you for the 110 bits.
Well, look at those bits.
Heck yeah, thank you very much. It's very much appreciated. But yeah, she became human by playing with her tail. Yeah, she became human by playing with her tail. She had to.
It's like, is she nude? And it was like,
Is she eludable?
No.
Almost.
Does she have boobs?
definitely not for Evelyn.
Kinda.
He wears a hoodie all the time and is a small. Like, if they're there, you can't fucking tell.
Yeah.
She
As
is
a-
literally
as a-
on the beach with a hoodie right now.
As a
Yep.
TD connoisseur, I can tell you that you could not tell.
But yes, she has turned herself back into a human, and immediately upon that, she was very happy but also kind of sad. And as she was kind of sad, she looked at the rest of them and she heard someone say, "Are you okay? Like, what's wrong with you?" At which point she looked over.
The thing happened. She was excited and loud, and someone said that she needed to like relax or cool off or something.
You should,
And she thought it was Nurse Joy, so she reacted to Nurse Joy. But Nurse Joy was like, "I didn't say anything."
at which point you looked around, and who was it that said something?
She looked at Keanu. He's like, what?
And then she looked at Marilyn, who then repeated herself.
And then you grabbed Marilyn.
Well, Keanu was like, "Here, hold my
Joker,
Vulpix," as Keanu
You
does.
have
And she was like, "Yeah, I'll hold that Vulpix." And then she just squeezed it. She squeezed the Vulpix. Gave it a big old squeeze.
At which point Vulpes is like, I guess that's a yes, and just does a powder snow at the ground to like cool you down. And you're like, ah.
It's cold and also windy.
Arajan, thank you very much for the $1. It says, Blue, the guy that left that comment probably forgot they left it. You'll never get that apology. I'm gonna get that fucking apology.
It'll fucking happen one day.
They're gonna say it, and I'm gonna be very much on the high ground when that happens. And I hope that everybody understands that this is my goal in life at this point. Anyway.
Jesus.
But Evelyn, now knowing that she not only is back into her human form, but she can still talk to Pokemon, it's really cool, but totally secret.
Who says that?
I was just making a Wild Thornberries reference.
Oh,
I
okay.
love it.
I mean, now you don't have to keep anything a secret. You're just like, I can talk Pokemon, what? Whatever.
My friend can teleport. Like,
My friend can tell. You're can you keep that secret? Like what?
No, we have to tell everyone everything. We have to overshare ourselves to literally every single person who is important.
You know,
is
maybe
our
I'll just
lives.
maybe I'll just stay
Meaning
maybe I'll just stay in Ekritik.
You got it.
Maybe I'll just stay in Ekritik and you guys can leave.
No,
No.
but we're such good friends.
I mean, you can if you
Emo.
want because you're an adult. You can make your own choices, but I would be really sad.
Are any of you adults?
No.
Who
Oh,
knows?
Keanu's
Anyway,
gotta vote. I think Keanu can vote.
Keanu can probably vote. Yeah. He's self-employed as a photographer.
It's true.
For Maryland,
Yeah.
hired by himself.
I don't think it's that case. I think it's more like he gets paid for bringing in pictures to magazines.
I need a picture of the Spinnerack Man on my desk right now.
What's the spinner rack?
Listen, kid, I need you to get me pictures of Spinnerack Man. He's a menace.
What about
full pics?
Dupider Man?
Dupider Man.
Dupider Man.
That's the fucking night monkey of.
Yeah, that's the Alolan ripoff. That's the Alolan knockoff.
No, his name is Miles Morales. He's Dupider Man.
Spider-Man. I know that guy. He's great.
He's the one and only Dupider Man.
I don't know what this spinner rack man you're talking about is.
Either way. But after that, you guys had decided to make your way back to everybody else to explain what had happened with Tropius and everybody after you guys had gotten her healed. Where did I end up eating Dusty?
He's right here. Next to
Okay,
Barry
good.
Noble.
Put him back.
He-
There you go. There you go. There you go. There you
Green
go.
Sableye?
There you go. There you go.
he-
You guys have made your way back over here to Nelson's ship. He explained that he can't really go anywhere at this point. There is problems with him leaving the port where he is. They're going to be going through all of the boats in the area to look for anything suspicious, and he cannot leave. None of you guys picked up on the fact that you guys also have a boat around this area that is going to be looked at. But you know, but
Shit.
instead you guys had a really good really good winter.
No one knows that we came from that boat.
That's true. You guys can just be like plausible deniability bitches. Bye.
Yeah. Just fucking yeet out of town before Ulysses snitches on us.
It just didn't connect. It just didn't connect in the moment. God damn it,
People
we're
were
a
coming
bunch of
along and
fucking
looking
idiots.
at boats. What? I think I missed that part.
Yeah,
Or
the
to shop, stuff
the
on
police
street.
officers, they're there because of they're there checking out boats and stuff and need to be there in the private docks for a moment's notice on a moment's notice so that they can leave whenever they need to over toward Goldenrod or toward over toward Kanto or anywhere else like that, because apparently there's some shit going on over in Goldenrod.
Where did we hear that from?
Held it from Nelson.
And the radio tower and something
I
else.
thought we
was
only got told that
damaged.
they were about to go to Goldenrod. Shit.
Mm-mm. The reason that Nelson couldn't leave to go and eat stuff with you is because he said he had to stay here while they inspected boats.
Should probably just give a little old ringy ring to Ulysses.
You guys will hopefully have time tomorrow to do that. I just wanted to
Yeah.
bring that part up.
Tell
Gonna
him to fucking.
borrow.
I wanted to bring that part
Scares.
up today.
Thank you for doing that. All right.
I would not have thought about that at all.
I was the way that I probably did it to myself is just I'm sitting there like, eventually over the course of them eating all this good seafood and stuff, they probably would have been like, oh, we should probably call Ulysses.
Yeah. That's just gonna be a thing at the beginning of the next section. Oh yeah.
Evelyn, can I borrow you for like 20 minutes?
What for?
We need to call somebody.
We need to call someone. Stick out your butt.
That's not where it is anymore.
But the last thing that was shown at the end of last game was that off in the distance, as you guys were eating, there were some Murkrow who were looking very slyly and sinisterly toward the boat, and that is where we had ended things off, I believe. If you guys can remember anything, either in the chat or in the chat with you guys right now, who is talking to me at the time of this, now's a good place. Now's a good time to do it. Were we decently in depth with what happened here?
Decently in
Yeah.
depth, but there was one thing that I want to mention.
Go ahead.
Me and Kino had a nice conversation.
No, you fucking didn't.
It's true,
What?
you did.
Yeah.
What was
Basically,
your
she
and
wanted
Chemo's
me-
conversation? I was playing with you. I know you did.
Basically, she didn't want me to go and challenge her family's gym.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? I was like, alright, if it's that important to you, I won't do that.
Nice.
Because I'm a good friend.
You are a good friend. She had said that, whenever you guys get there, maybe go toward the Burn Tower or the Tin Tower or go to these other touristy spots and just don't go to the gym. She said, out of everything, just do not go to the gym.
Mm-hmm.
Cool, so it's good to go to your house then.
Yeah. She's perfectly fine with that.
Oh yeah, let's go there.
As long as you don't go to the gym, she's perfectly fine with you going to her house or anywhere. In fact, she'll probably take you to her house in the very beginning of it.
I'm
Oh.
sure there will be no one there that she doesn't want us to meet.
Probably not.
Probably not.
You know, thinking about Chemo, looking at her, thinking about her, I'm pretty sure that she probably lives on her own in an apartment or something.
No, she has a family house.
Okay.
But that was something very interesting. Did either of you two remember anything that we possibly could mention here?
I remember that. Yeah, I just remember that Evelyn was real happy that she was still able to talk to Pokemon, and she
Yeah.
cried because it was her dream come true, basically.
Things, and it startled Nelson. And Nelson ardently told Varric to shut up because he believes Keanu about things.
Yeah, there was a point where Nelson basically just said, "Okay, I'm just going to inherently believe anything Keanu says because you're trying to get him to stop. You're trying to get him to stop saying things.
Yeah.
You have basically made me believe everything fantastical that you guys are ever going to tell me, due to the fact of that girl used to be a skitty, that girl is floating, and that girl just talked to a baby Shelter."
Mm-hmm. Jeez, I never realized just exactly how much weird shit we have compiled into one location.
Yeah, but let's just adamantly agree, do not tell him about Mess at all.
Yeah, it's gonna suck
Yeah,
whenever.
no,
That's gonna suck when Professor Damson comes back, huh?
Just let him never find out.
I mean, I feel like he would have the sense enough to know not to fucking blab on about Mesprit in front of fucking randos.
No, yeah,
I'm
he'll
not
he'll have
Keanu,
sense.
no,
He'll
I
have
don't-
sense not to blab about Mesprit. Don't worry.
I was like, I was gonna take Keanu out, or fucking Keanu's gonna take Mesprit around town and be like, "Yeah, everyone, this is Mesprit. We're friends."
You're gonna go see the new Spider-Man? Ally Mally, go watch it. It's really good.
Do
It's
it.
a good movie.
Make sure you get pictures for the paper because we need more pictures of Spider-Man. How funny would it be if a one-time Chemo brings them to their house, all the people she expects to be in the gym are there? I know, right?
That would be fucking. That would just be weird.
It's not gonna happen actually.
I think the weirdest part is gonna be when we call her Chemo in front of her
Oh,
family, and they're
spoil
just so confused.
Why are you gonna call her
All this
Chemo in front of her
stuff,
family?
man.
She said you're not supposed to meet her family.
I know, but if we're going to her house, it's possible.
If it was possible, she wouldn't bring you
The
there.
God of this world just literally said that wouldn't happen. Apparently.
I'm just gonna say this: if Chemo thought it was possible, she wouldn't bring you to her house.
Like, look, here's a tower. Go in there. Look at
Let's just
stuff in
hang
there.
out here all day.
She has literally told you guys not to come near her family. Why would she bring you to her house if they would be
She
there?
told Varric that, and she told Keanu that. I don't remember her having a conversation with Evelyn about that.
Well, all right then. Thanks for telling me. I'll have a conversation with you next time about it.
Yay, I get to talk to Chemo.
Yay, I get to talk as well. Also, just because like I honestly did not expect her to be gone this long. She's probably here.
Yeah.
April
Yeah,
is
of course.
probably
Let that
here.
happen.
She's just been sitting there kicking her feet, looking at the shoulder, like, "Yep, I could cook that."
April is probably here. Like, she had
Where?
left to go and get food ingredients, so I'm guessing, like, you guys coming here and, like, getting ready to eat, she'd be like, hey,
We go to-
I can cook things,
Or maybe she's not here and we go to the store and we find her buried under a mountain of ingredients because she's been gone so fucking long.
She had a slip and nobody was helping her.
This is a thing. Of Fomal has been sick the past couple of weeks. She's also been very busy with school stuff and everything like that. So like, you know, it's not a great combination. So if we do get her tomorrow, that's gonna be fantastic. If we don't, I've already mentioned to her boyfriend that if she needs to stay off another week, that's perfectly fine.
Freaking
But-
Health
session
comes
starts
first.
and just that Mega Man like start of the level laser comes down and she's just
She slipped on her own feet and Sir Castellet, sorry, I need to find his name, is just stabbed right through her, you know? And then she Dante's up, like the first Devil May Cry, just comes off the blade. Oh, well, there we go.
I think it would. It is going to be interesting to see if she's here for tomorrow's session. Just her coming back and be like, "Oh, hey, it's a human again."
Oh, neat. There we go.
I
Is
feel
that
like that's
enough?
about the extent.
It's very dark now. Is that enough goth for her? What do you guys think?
I think that's,
Oh, I don't think
the
it's goth
best.
enough, my friend.
Oh, okay.
I think
but
you
it,
goth it up more.
we need to have
Alright.
the color in it still.
There you go.
No, we need to know that it's April.
Look how goth it is now.
It's so that's perfect for her.
There's no yellow at all. We need them to be just the teeniest hint of yellow.
There's yellow in the dice right there.
There we go.
There we go. Perfect.
It's perfect, you see.
yellowest black.
But yes, other than that, there wasn't really a lot of things that. There's obviously a bunch of interactions that happened during the game. It was about 4 hours long, 3 to 4 hours. So there was definitely like other things we have not gone over that happened. But that is the basic gist of everything that had happened. And hopefully those of you on YouTube and those of you who are here right now will understand that we don't have the other thing, so we can't unfortunately see it.
There's just nothing we
Or
can
is
do.
the 17-minute thing also going to go up?
No.
Or
The 17-minute
not.
thing was literally the tail end of the game. I think it was mostly us just talking, and
we
maybe
covered-
the
we
thing about the
covered that
Murkrow.
part, right? We covered that part then, right?
Mhm.
In the recap.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm. I think the last part was literally just mainly, I think, the Murkrow thing, because I think we were ending after that. It
Yeah,
literally
it
happened
was-
right as we were ending.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Well, hopefully they won't need it for amazingly long and Twitch unfucks itself.
If we do end up getting it back, that'll be really cool. I'm not gonna hold my breath, but if we do end up getting it back, that will be very cool.
Oh yeah, I do remember one thing that was kind of noteworthy.
What's up?
Heckin' Chemo was a lot more talkative and friendly that
Yeah,
last
she
session.
was being very much she was very much looking like she was trying to put up conversation in the beginning of the game.
I
Yeah,
got to
'cause we
show
were talking
everyone the
about, like-
picture of Chemo smiling.
Yeah, that's true. And he's fucking legend.
She was
And we
very
talked
much
about
like
seafood.
Things and stuff.
continuing the conversation. I'm good at that. I'm really good at talking to people and keeping a good vibe going in
I feel you,
interactions.
sister.
I've had friends before.
Aw.
I've had a lot of them. My sisters, kind of. A giraffe rig.
Once again, I feel you, sister.
I talked to my parents when they were there. Team Breakthrough. I'm kidding.
I don't know how much I count that.
I've totally had a lot of friends. I'm so popular. Like, look, like, yeah, like, obviously.
You're the coolest girl in school.
I mean, who wouldn't want a friend like me?
Yeah, you're the greatest.
You ain't never had a friend
You can
like me.
teleport.
I mean, objectively, I've never had a friend that can teleport.
I like that she was
before.
really trying and that really considers the group as friends. She was really trying because, like, she knows that she's been very abrasive with the group since they first have found her, and that she's basically asking them to skip over a town for any sort of badges and stuff. And she knows that, like, you know, they would basically do that for her. So she's like, they're I guess they're my, you know, I mean, it's
It's part
it's
of
not
her
a big
charm.
deal. I guess they're my friends, you know. It's no big deal. What? Stop. It's not a big deal. Stop. Stop it. Stop. No.
Uh,
Shut up.
it's just part of her charm, you know?
Maybe the person who I wanted to do stuff for will be free this week, and I can see if I can get something done before next week. Not tomorrow, but next week. We'll see. I don't know. I've been waiting on them to be not busy, but we'll see. Plus, she's basically in Keanu's harem now. No, that's not true.
Doesn't
Welcome to the
exist.
harem.
No. I refuse. I was mostly mad whenever the harem thing was brought up because I'm like, your girlfriend is a ghost. Stop!
Are you
Stop!
cheating
Don't
on
be
your
mean
ghost
to her.
girlfriend?
Don't be mean to her, Keanu, or I'll kick your butt.
What? No, I wouldn't be mean to her.
Does she know about the other girls, Keanu?
What?
Well, yeah, of course she knows about the other girls.
She sees them all the time.
I hang out with everybody, sure. I don't think she met Julie, but she's kind of evil, so that's okay.
As long as she knows, then that's not weird at all.
As long as you're both okay with an open relationship.
As long as you're both open with each other about it, and
Kimo, I think you're
Whatever.
misunderstanding the entire situation. And
Shut
I've
up,
not
Barrick!
helped you at all to understand it, and it's hilarious.
shut up, Bulbasaur kicker.
Oh,
Excuse me, what?
I did not kick him. I am not a crook.
I am not a crook. You're like, I did not kick him. I attacked your injured Bulbasaur with my
I did
Pokemon
not
like
kick
a
that
trainer.
I did not kick that Bulbasaur. My Furfrou got out of control.
I did not have a violent confrontation with that Bulbasaur.
That I found under rubble.
That I was like, man, I really want to catch that, so I'm gonna knock it the fuck out.
Totally helped it out of under the rubble. It was about to run away, and I'm like, I don't want it to run away. You could get caught in another one of those.
I'm pretty
And
sure
also,
I'm pretty sure your
fucked.
exact words were, but I want it.
But I
I'm
want it
pretty
though.
sure those were your words.
But I want it though.
There
Also,
you go.
other reasons among those, but mostly because I wanted it, and I wanted a Bulbasaur because I really like Bulbasaur.
Why would there be a wild Bulbasaur in
I
a
don't
cave in
know.
Sinnoh?
I don't know. I was being
Wasn't it
dumb.
an island cave as well?
Yes. Bienfu, thank you very much for the follow, my dude. Much appreciated.
I'm a
But
dumb
yes.
person.
With all of that
how have any of you
being,
not noticed that before?
huh?
That I'm a dumb person.
With all of that being said, though, I think that we're basically done with the recap. We'll throw this up on YouTube today so that people can try to get caught up. Those of you who were not in the call right now, or in the stream right now. Which, by the way, you should have been twitch.tv/Summoners Network. Come on.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
But
dude.
tomorrow we'll come back to this. You guys will potentially finish up anything you guys want to do here in Olivine City, or you guys can just stay here forever. I don't fucking care. You guys may start moving up to the next route, or even potentially to Ecruteak City. We'll have to see.
It'll become a sailing campaign.
It's just this is the One Piece campaign now.
It's the One Piece Pokemon crossover campaign.
Well, we've already got our captain. over here with his ability to take on a Rampart.
We should do that, man. We should have like a campaign one day where there's just a like 2 separate things combined into one or something, like fucking custom Robo Beyblade gameplay.
Hey, it'd be a lot of fun.
But yes, there is going to be a stream later tonight. That is the Warhammer game. That'll be happening in about 2 hours and 12 minutes. Head on over there if you guys would like to watch it in just a little bit. Tomorrow, 6 o'clock EST, we'll be coming back to Pokemon around that time. You know what? We don't give or take. And next week is actually going to be a pretty interesting week. We're not going to be having a Fairy Tail game on Wednesday. However, we are going to be having a Mega Man game on Wednesday and a Mega Man game on Sunday. So we're going to have a double Mega Man week.
Oh shit!
Double Mega Man! Double Mega Man week!
Mega Man.
I didn't even know that.
Mega Man!
Mega Man.
Double Mega Man Super Week!
Get your double dose of me, gay man.
Magane man.
But yes, I hope everybody enjoyed says we enjoy ourselves. Any questions, comments, complaints, or wisecracks, put in the comments below. Like always, we are having a really fun time. I'm glad that we were able to recap this before the next game happens. And until next time, guys, like always, later days.
Later, dude.
Double ludes on the Mega Man Mega Week of Mega Double Week Mega Double Mega Man Week of Mega Double Mega Man.